Titles change hands. Kurt Angle gets back in the action, but will he be the captain of the Survivor Series team for Raw? So many more things. There's three of us in studio. There's no air conditioning. We're ready right now.
Thank you.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
And hypotheses he said mockeries, lyrically perform all robberies, flee from the robbery, possibly the spot of me.
Battle Straw Shogun. Yeah.
Tremendous. Oh, that's
forensics.
Wow. The millennium. 50 gold, 60 plat. Hey, that's that joint triumph, man. Come on,
Why
man.
is TK pretending to not be into this?
Woo.
Why?
I have to be the reasonable one.
The reasonable one?
I mean, there's some folks that are not happy with my antics, so I'm taking
What
it back.
antics?
Oh, now you gonna dial it back.
I'm dialing it back.
What
Now, more on the safer
Whoa.
side. You're gonna
What?
get a more conservative TK from now on.
Oh, the chat got him dialing it back.
I don't fraternize with the hippity hop. None of that.
Oh, she don't even do hip hop no more.
Wait, what did I miss? What did I miss here? I'm sorry. Who told you to dial it down?
You gotta read the comments, man.
You're a busy man. You're a busy man.
No. The comments can kiss our asses, all right? I want you to be you 100% at all times. All right? I don't want you dialing anything down. Evan Mack is dressed like Eddie Murphy from Raw. You think he's dialing it down? No, we're not dialing it down.
So we can talk about your girlfriend then?
No, we're not going to talk about that.
It's not his girlfriend yet.
No.
All right.
Yeah. Talk about my comedy special. That's like my wedding. It's my wedding of comedy in a way. Talk about that.
Party of the time.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let them know now.
Well, I'll talk about it later. All right, guys, Raw After Show. Here we are. It's Quasto, Evan Mack, TK Trinidad. We got the terrific trio here. We're going to talk about some things. Crown Jewel happened this past weekend. What's up, TK?
Dylan, happy birthday.
Good call.
Thursday. Happy birthday.
That's nice. Thank you. Hey, happy birthday, Dylan.
Cumpleaños.
There you go.
Boom.
Feliz Navidad.
Happy Kwanzaa. Shout out to Kwanzaa.
All right, so this is gonna be a half hour power hour, if that makes any sense. We gotta bolt early, but hey, I gotta bolt early.
Yeah. You know what?
Don't be putting it on us.
Yeah, let me try to put this evil on me. TK stay until 11:30, 11:45. Johnny got to cut out. He got things to do.
No, you can stay.
Not without
I'll
you.
leave.
Yeah,
you can stay.
you're the leader of the ship.
No, come on.
The ship will go down.
Yeah, and the ship needs AC.
Well, judging by Crown Jewel, the ship's already gone down. So,
Crown Jewel, brother.
judging by Crown Jewel, the ship's sinking. So I don't know.
Gosh, Crown Jewel.
I did not bring myself to watch it, but I did see what happened.
What?
Of course.
Apparently, everybody hated Crown Jewel.
I watched Crown Jewel because of your cryptic and very sad text today. I was like, I need to watch.
No, I know what happened. I did not watch it for reasons that are.
Now I feel like I watched all 3 hours.
I did
plus
not.
of it because of you.
Why?
Because your text message, you sent a text message this morning like literally somebody shot your dog, and I'm like, I need to watch Crown Jewel to see why Johnny is so distraught.
No, I wasn't upset about necessarily the results. I was upset about the fact that it not only did it happen, and I just think bringing Hulk Hogan back of all times for that was just very, very.
It was weird.
They should
have brought him back for SummerSlam or next WrestleMania, something. It was weird.
I don't know. I have a hard time. I can only imagine what it's like being an African American, knowing what he said.
Just black people.
Or black, whatever.
Yes.
And then knowing what he said, and then not really so much apologizing, even to the roster saying, well, you got to make sure no one's recording you, brother. Like, that's not an apology. That bothers me. It should bother a lot of people.
Well, he has been going on on the political side. He has been going on
the apology tour. I don't care.
The apology tour.
I don't care.
I mean, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, there's going to be people that are going to say it anyway, and I highly doubt that he is going to stop saying it. He's just going to make sure where and who he's saying it to.
Yeah, so my whole thing is about, because you look at it a couple different ways. They're always like, okay, if you said something, wouldn't you want somebody to forgive you? If you got caught out and saying, guess what? Evan Mack didn't get caught out saying anything.
No.
See, I wouldn't me, so stop putting that on me. This is about Hulk Hogan. He the one dropped 1,050,244,000 N-words. And listen, listen, the N-word, we all know the N-word is a bad word, man. Listen,
do we all? Because sometimes
it's a no-no word. You know what I'm saying? Listen, but it's the way he used the words.
It was not good.
It's just, you know what I mean? I'm telling you right now, I was thinking about it today. If he'd have came out and been like, I'm so mad at my daughter, man, and she's dating, man, I'm not even a racist guy, but man, that N-word, and he just said it one time, we might have been able to let it go.
Yeah.
But then he like, rich N-word. N-word.
Yeah, because he's been using it for a very long time.
So I'm just saying, listen, it's cool to whip water under the bridge, forgive, but don't forget. I was listening to Mark Henry on TMZ, shout out to TMZ, and the way, and he's a brother from Silsbee, Texas. He's seen a lot in these years. And he's from of a mindset like it's 50-50 in the locker room.
Sure.
And he goes, he knows what he did. He's worried about it was very interesting. Like Mark Henry's like not in a hating mode.
And everyone's entitled to their opinion. Mark's entitled to his. You're entitled to yours, and it is what it is. But to me, the whole thing at Crown Jewel it didn't look good. The fact that the show even went on, and I understand these money grab shows. I understand Australia. I understand the first one in Saudi Arabia. But after what went down, I'm just saying, it just didn't leave a good feeling with me. And not only just that, just as someone who watches wrestling, every storyline is completely thrown out of whack right now. Obviously, the Roman Reigns, situation had something to do with it. But it's like, it's hard to follow right now because there are so many pay-per-views, and Survivor Series almost looks like an afterthought.
It's very soon, though. Yeah. Like really, really, really soon. They don't have any build-up.
And to touch on the whole thing with Crown Jewel, too, you have to realize that, or when you're watching, because I watched all 3 hours, thanks, Johnny, looking at the audience, that...
You didn't have to watch all 3 hours.
Well, I felt like I needed to know why you were so upset. But anyways...
Watch the highlights.
Shout out to John Zeno Hour, man. BMP in the building.
But I feel like there were a lot of people there that truly, like, they were singing the intro for New Day. They were truly into it. That we can't necessarily condemn.
No, for the fans, I get it, but you also had people who didn't care. So it goes.
Oh yeah, there was folks in the front.
Yes.
Whoever they were, the rich folks, they could care less. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is someone who just came from Pakistan, a country that's not that far from there, and they were amazing, and they were so loving, and it was great. And I understand the reason why we want to go over there and be ambassadors, but with what just recently happened, that's why it's a huge, delicate situation.
I'm with you, brother.
So let's get to Raw. Top story. I don't know how the way it ended, a little confusing. What do you guys think?
It's all confusing.
Kurt Angle just dejected in the ring after losing to Drew McIntyre. Baron Corbin bolts. He's afraid of Braun Strowman. So if Angle wins this match, he is the captain of Team Raw at Survivor Series. McIntyre, kind of like a lion with its prey, just toyed around with him for the most part. Angle had a little bit of a comeback, then McIntyre made him tap out with the ankle lock. And so Kurt Angle just dejected in the ring, and obviously the announcers talked about how embarrassing it was. I don't know where this is going to lead.
Yeah, because they really do want this to lead somewhere.
We got 2 weeks. What's it going to lead to?
Exactly, because y'all been over here gallivanting around Crown Jewel.
Maybe it'd be Corbin losing his position and Angle going back to his position. Because there's no, I don't see him every week going in the ring. No. And I don't see him every week, what is he going to talk about after that? Jason Jordan's, not scheduled to come back anytime soon. So it's just kind of like, I feel like they're setting up for... Because Stephanie's supposed to be coming next week to talk, so I feel like they're setting up for Corbin's he's gonna do something so disastrous that it's gonna force Stephanie to fire him and go back to Angle. I feel it's either gonna be that or we're just not gonna see Angle anymore after Survivor Series.
They have no time to build, man. I long for the days where there was months of a build.
Oh yeah.
I long for the times many years ago in WWE where they used to build the matches.
When
for
the
several
President
months.
Jack Tunney ruled the land.
Many moons ago. 2 weeks? What's going on in 2 weeks? Y'all being crown jeweling and laying down under it.
I do like. I know she's on the other show, but Becky Lynch's Twitter, she's building it up on her own.
Sure.
On her thing with Seth and her thing with Ronda, and Ronda's promo.
Ronda did a hell of a job tonight.
It was short and sweet and to the point.
Yeah.
I really liked it. So
Ronda's growing leaps and bounds, not only in the ring but on the mic. I know a lot of fans have been very critical of her mic skills, but come on,
give her a second, please.
Right, she just came from MMA where she didn't have to say a word.
Right,
she has not been. They really threw her. They said, "You're paying you this money. Guess what? You're going to work."
Absolutely.
And she really got in there, and she is growing leaps and bounds.
So guys, you got to understand something. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Yeah. Tonight she was fantastic.
Because you see wrestlers, seasoned wrestlers, they die on the microphone. So that microphone is very scary.
Yeah, well, she's also acting in movies and stuff. So it's like
she's
but that's why I said
you get a lot of takes.
She's trying.
Yeah.
Movies are not live.
No,
you get more than one take.
You get a mini take as a director.
You get a close up. You get a wide. You get a middle. You get all that.
No, but I'm saying that I know a couple of wrestlers. For instance, Allie from Impact. She started taking acting lessons, and she said that has improved her.
They
promo.
should.
So it's just kind of I get that, but I also think that some wrestlers don't take that seriously. They think that they're eventually they're gonna
stumble on it.
like, I'm good in the ring,
Right.
brother. I can grapple.
So I
flip.
just think with Ronda, she probably anteed up and she doubled down and she took the acting lessons and she probably maybe did improv. That
Absolutely.
would have been good too. So you see that she is quickly, but she has to, because the WWE universe is only going to handle so much before they completely turn on her.
so true.
And because they already gave her the belt, like, I mean, they've given her everything, so she is and. Like I said, I read her book. It's amazing. She does well under pressure. So she did everything possible in order to kind of step up to the plate. So
And I think she'll
definitely kudos to
continue
her.
to do so. I mean, you mentioned about, Ali saying she was in acting classes. Yeah, no matter what career choice you make, you should always look at parallel things that can make you better, whether it's like improv, that kind of stuff. And I give her credit for it. And one of the reasons Allie's so good is because she does the extra work. She's shown different levels of her character, which the same can't be said for a lot of other
And Renee
wrestlers.
did that too. And look where Renee's at.
There you go. And so, all the credit in the world to Ronda, man. She brought it tonight. And I think, if I'm looking at the card right now, what do we have that's for sure Survivor Series? We have them
Ronda
two.
and Becky, yeah.
We have
AJ
Rollins.
Styles and Brock.
Yeah, Brock and AJ. And then Rollins and...
Dean.
no, it's
Dean?
someone SmackDown, the U.S. champion.
Oh.
I can't think. But,
Live chat, let us know.
Yeah, live chat, let us know.
Joseph, no.
But, but Becky and Ronda,
I'm looking forward to that.
out of those three matches...
That can steal the show. Has every potential to steal the show.
Yeah.
Because you don't even know if Brock's going to show up, really.
Oh, damn.
The new champion.
Damn, you just throwing some.
I feel like
It's true.
Shout out to Uptown.
well, the thing too with Brock is that Cormier called him out. So, like in UFC, so you don't even know if Brock is training for that.
I tell you, Brock, you don't want the
So-
problems, man. Cormier gonna beat the brakes on that dude.
When is that fight? That's not till...
Stay away, Brock. Cormier's
I
in
think
his
it's gonna be in the
bag.
spring. It's not gonna be anytime soon, Sue. But
I thought
the
it was
fact
January.
Yeah,
There-
Shinsuke. You know,
So Rollins Nakamura is going to be fantastic, of course. So all three of those matches, a lot of intrigue there. Nothing on the line besides bragging rights. Not the pay-per-view, but the actual bragging rights. But Ronda, Becky, that's going to be a lot of fun. And there's going to
like
be
good dream matches.
yeah.
Yeah. So there is
Y'all
that.
are very not convinced.
So Kurt Angle, I don't know. I really thought this whole thing was going to lead to Kurt Angle not only wrestling on Raw, but being GM again. So maybe that's the longer play. I'm not really
Hopefully.
sure.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Y'all better stop wasting Drew McIntyre. That dude's like a creative character, man. He was created in a laboratory, manufactured, created in a laboratory.
oh
in
my
Scotland.
God, him and Bobby Lashley standing face to face.
Oh, I was dumb.
Jesus.
Oh, I know you was all up in
Man,
your
we should
feelings.
just cue the Boudoir music now. That
Yeah.
was
Do you want to?
that was.
We can. I want to hear you talk about
You
it.
might as well just cue your DJ.
Yeah, you know what?
I mean, like,
Tony Tone.
so for y'all who don't know, this is the second
TK's
week.
panty drawer. Yeah. Panty drawer, y'all. That's
my
what,
panty
that's what I
drawer.
found out. That's what a boudoir is.
So I give this.
That's what a boudoir. That's what a boudoir is. Panty drawer.
Boudoir.
Boudoir?
Yeah.
Boudoir? Yeah.
So I just give props to people, like, they just look good. So when Drew McIntyre, like, my original was just Drew McIntyre, but then when Drew and Bobby Lashley were face to face, I was like, damn, son, like, definitely God didn't waste a moment on them. And then some people, he's like, I already gave them all, so you can just gonna be ugly. Like, these two are amazing.
I said at home, I was like, that's gonna be the boudoir. I knew it.
Yes,
I'm calling it.
They're just there's something about the fact that when a gentleman, like, you work the top, but then you have nothing at the bottom as far as legs. But when you work the legs and you have the booty and the hamstrings to go with it, with the thighs,
Them squats.
with the calves, that is hard work right there.
Are you talking about both of them or one of them?
Well,
Leg day.
yeah. McIntyre, he's taller, but he doesn't have.
He's not much taller.
He's
A
not.
little
He's
bit.
slightly taller, but he does have calves.
Sure.
He does have calves. There are others where I noticed, like, oh, that was disappointing, but they're not. Those two are not.
Shout out to Uptime.
Panty draws.
They are absolutely, absolutely amazing. Like, it's one of those situations where if I were ever, I've been in the car with Drew. Drew is cool, but it just feels like you just have to appreciate from afar. Like, you can't. It's scary. Like, it's too much. It's like too much sunshine. It's like I heard when you meet Beyonce, she has so much of a glow on her that you need to step back.
Agree to disagree.
You met Beyonce?
Oh, we have a whole Beyonce thing.
You're not a fan?
I'll send you the clip.
Is this like my Tom Hardy thing that you flip out about?
Let's not even go there. Let's not even go there.
Wait, is Beyonce your Tom Hardy? Like it
Really?
was for me?
I just said let's not not going to even go there.
Oh, okay.
Can you pay my bills? Can you pay
Wow,
the
you
bills?
cannot be messing with the queen. All y'all queen bees, just go after Coco
Yeah, that
Cena
beehive-
because
that beehive is real. I'm so scared of that beehive.
You should be scared of the beehive. I'm gonna just send them after you. How dare you? How dare you talk about the queen like that? That's just ignorant. Don't do that.
Allow me to read the dude. Name's Ho. Shout out to Jay-Z.
I'm flabbergasted by
I know,
this.
isn't it crazy?
I didn't know this existed.
I know,
but,
bro. I keep it on the low because I don't want to be assassinated.
Okay, so TK, before we
Yeah.
end the Boudoir,
Yeah.
who, if you had a choice between Lashley or McIntyre, because let's be honest, they're both perfection. They're both 15s out of 10.
Yeah.
If you had to choose, which one? Okay, if you had to choose.
Wait, I mean, what are we choosing for?
If you had to choose
There's so
which
many
one
choices.
you had the opportunity to
like, hang out with?
slowly
Oil up?
put baby oil on and have them whisper sweet nothings to you. Keep in mind, one is a Scottish accent, could be sexy, could be not. Not
I
sure.
met Drew. Drew's. I mean, I want to say he's the homie, but he's not the homie. But he is the homie. Like,
Sure.
You know, I drove him from the airport.
Nice
We had
guy.
enough time to talk. He's cool. I am pleading the fifth on that one. That's a little bit too much information. Can be like giving you all the
It's Lashley. It's Lashley.
all the deals.
Is it Leo Rush? Not quite.
I mean,
He's handsome.
yeah, I mean he is, but I mean I'm not a small girl. Like I need somebody.
So
like,
Leo's not
you know,
getting in the boudoir today. huh?
Yeah. You know, like my thigh is the size of Leo. Like it's not gonna work.
That's a good point.
Tony B. Tone, always on point. Got it. Wow. Well, that may have been my favorite TK's Boudoir
I have
episode.
nothing to say.
Haywood Wong says TK wants hobo.
Oh, shout out to your boy, Hobo reference.
There
Oh
it
my
is.
gosh, it's hilarious.
Hobo's Boudoir.
Follow him at Baines Destroy, everyone. Baines
Yeah, he's
Destroy.
the homie. Where is he at anyway?
Dude,
He
living his best
respond to
life.
text
You know he's
I don't
moving
know.
and shaking.
today.
I don't know what he's doing. Could
Okay.
be something.
Maybe he's in Mexico drinking again.
He's destroying.
Yeah, that's what he does.
So, new tag champs, y'all. Authors of Pain. So the whole thing.
You know that was coming.
Rollins and Dean win the tag titles, and you're thinking like, okay, Rollins will find a way to maybe hang on to these by himself for a little while. No. First offense, Dean doesn't come out to help. What happened in chat roll?
Can you please do TK's Boudoir and Evan's jackets? Well, here's the thing with AOP though. My thing with that, to go back to
Yeah,
that, like
yeah.
how they brought them up a couple weeks ago, but they still don't have a storyline.
They don't at
like they
all.
just seem like, okay, we're beating people up, we're
Yeah.
that good, just give us opportunity, and once
Yeah.
you give us opportunity, we're gonna dominate.
They're-
Now
yeah,
what?
They're big, strong.
Yeah, there was a
people.
time where that played, the big, strong, I just beat the brakes off you type tag team. But it's... what's
Yeah,
the
but you can
difference,
still do a storyline. Like you can
Look,
even
give me an idea. What would you like? Give me an idea. How would you use
You
that?
could be like, we are the.
I don't know.
Like you use those weeks in saying we're the baddest, we're the best. You need to give us these opportunities. But every time they came, they just beat people and they left. Like they're not They weren't campaigning. Like how Leo Rush is campaigning.
Yeah,
they weren't
he is
campaigning. So when they got the bells, like okay, like we knew they're big, we knew that they're bad, you knew that they deserved the opportunity.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
it's like I feel like the storyline would have been like we deserve the opportunity. So give us the opportunity because they have a manager.
I like that.
So, like, at least something.
This. Well, let's not forget.
Oh, that would be good on AOP versus the Bar.
Yeah.
Maybe this is all. It's got to be. It's all a product of the Roman Reigns leukemia situation, which is horrible.
Yeah.
And God, we wish him the best, and he's going to fight
He's a
through
tough
it.
dude. He'll get through that.
But you know, the whole Dean Ambrose thing had to be pushed to fast forward for that happening.
Right.
So maybe the whole titles thing that wasn't probably expected, and then it's like, well, how do we fix this situation that we just made?
Give it to AOP.
But you could have done that in a week.
Yeah.
Who's beating them then? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Well, wait, is Sanity on Raw or are they on
SmackDown.
SmackDown? Okay. Yeah, they could have done that. They could have did that last week.
They don't.
They didn't even need to go into the ring with anybody. They could have did a whole, the cheesy camera angles that they do. And it's
Right.
like, look, we are here. We've been beating everybody. We deserve this opportunity. And like that, you could have done that in a week as far as at least some rhyme or reason. Like,
you.
how did they get to the top? Like, they didn't even say they're the #1 contender.
Sure.
Or like they didn't do any of that.
I feel you.
I mean, Drake Maverick's one of the best talkers probably on the roster.
But they're not using him.
That's my
Really?
point.
See, I don't
is
even know. See, I don't even know that.
He's the GM. Oh my God, as Rockstar Spud, amazing character.
That's right. See,
And don't
that's-
forget, he's now currently the GM of 205 Live. He's talking quite a bit.
They gotta let him stretch his legs out a little bit there.
Look at what Leo Rush is doing for Lashley. I mean, now, but you got to believe now that they do have tag titles, you're gonna hear a lot
Hopefully.
more
I hope so.
of
I
Drake
hope so.
Maverick. It got to. Otherwise, why is he there? He's not there for physicality.
Well, his outfit looks amazing. He's also in the his outfit from when he
Honorable
first came.
mention.
And then
Wait, did he make the panty drawer?
Well, it's not the panty drawer. It's more a notable. The boudoir is more of a notable thing. Like, look, like I see your fashion sense.
I feel it. Yeah.
I feel like the work that you're putting into it. I'm acknowledging it.
It's a panty drawer.
So the
DK's panty drawer.
Oh yeah, remix. That remix is coming. Shout out, get 13 on that.
Yeah. Wait, shout out to Evan because Evan be dropping all these little gems. Like I really think that like I know he works. I'm not. This is shade. This is low key shade, but not really shade, but kind of shade.
Damn.
So, but he be dropping like stuff that I don't even like, because I'm a planner. So he be dropping like, we have these little cartoon things coming for Women's Wrestling Weekly. Definitely check that out. The song, like, shout out to Evan for dropping a little something. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So yeah, new tag team champs, and you got to believe AOP is lined up to have a long run with these. You would think.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nia Jax aligning with Tamina.
I like this.
I was wondering what you thought about that.
I either just use her for something. And it's like
meaning Tamina, obviously.
Yeah. You could, and then I'm sure some of you guys know, but I actually went online and went down the rabbit hole, and I figured out how they were all related. Don't quote me on this, but they're all actually all related.
I'm a firm believer.
Some folks say
I thought so, but it's hard.
Can I tell y'all my Samoan theory?
Oh, please.
And I'm sure that I'm terrified what I'm about to say now, but I got to keep it
real.
real.
Should I move away? Because I still want to meet you, Rob.
Listen, I'm a firm believer there's one man on the island of Samoa that just has all the babies. like a legend, you know what I'm saying? Like a legend.
Allegedly or a legend?
Like a legend, and he's like on the top of like a mountain.
The Rock's,
because they all related.
The Rock's mom is related to the Samoan side, which so it's like you also had Rocky, who was a wrestler, but the Rock's mom is related to that family.
Sure.
So like that's how it's all connected. So a lot of people thought it was Rocky that connected it.
That is true.
It's Rock's mom who connects the current family together, and then there's 2-3 generations.
She's the patriarch of the Samoan
currently.
wrestling. Right.
But if you look back 2, 3, 4 generations, they're actually all related. Down to Roman Reigns, his older brother was a wrestler. It's a whole thing. I am definitely in love with Samoans, so probably all of them.
Because they're grown, they're like grown men. They're all like men.
We love
Samoans,
I mean? Of course.
Yeah, and they're hot men.
They are. They're handsome.
Yeah, the Usos.
I have a preference for like the African American brothers.
Is there also a relation to the firing squad because their dad is Haku? Is that also?
I don't recall, but don't quote me.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But like they listed like how the Usos, The Rock, Roman Reigns, Tamina, like they went down the whole list on how they're all related. Because a lot of people are like, oh well, they're just like kissing cousins. Like no, they're related.
There's some blood.
Yeah, there's blood there. So
there you go. Elias punking out Dolph, then defeating him. Elias really just So Dolph essentially becomes best in the world. Shane comes in and steals it. That's going to be interesting to see that play out on SmackDown.
That was weird.
Oh,
Why?
sure was.
Wait, what was the reasoning?
My only reasoning that I can come up with is the fact that they realize, oh my God, we have nothing going on for Survivor Series. How are we going to get Raw and SmackDown mad at each other? Remember last year, SmackDown did those like little sneak attacks?
I know Sean didn't like that. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, and so that's my only assumption is that they're trying to drum up some kind of like anger.
Yeah, now Stephanie's gonna come next week and curse out her brother. They're gonna go back and forth. It would be actually kind of cool, which I don't think will happen. But like the fact that Becky is pretty much calling out Seth, like saying like I'm the man, you might think you're the man, like but I'm the one who like runs all this stuff. It'd be kind of cool if brother and sister Stephanie and Shane go up against each other.
That'd be dope.
I mean, it's not going to happen, but that would be like the kickoff to like women can do just the same thing, so we can do it. They do it in lucha,
forever.
Like so they've done it other places, so it's like why not?
You're never going to see a one-on-one Stephanie versus Shane.
That would be awesome.
You're right.
I mean, yes, I understand why in a couple reasons, but I mean. At least something like pick him up and do a body slam or elbow chuck him or I don't even know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying, like just do something and like don't just stop because he's a guy.
Well, first off, good luck though making people cheer for Stephanie over Shane. Never gonna happen.
Well, he could body slam her into a piece of cake. Like at least
they're gonna love it.
But I'm thinking at least she starts it. Like at least she feels like she can do that. Because I feel like the women, especially if you watch Mixed Match Challenge, it's like they kind of tease it a little bit, but they don't go full throttle. When there are women in Lucha Underground that are going like head to head.
There you go.
Doing it, so it's possible.
Also, thanks to Dang MQ, Haku, his nephew is The Rock. So boom, there you go. I knew there was a relation there. It's all.
It's all.
Oh, geez, intertwined.
I need to be in that family.
Well, it's possible.
Oh,
I'm probably related to The Rock.
on the Rocky Johnson side, I'm assuming. Okay.
The chocolate side. Okay. There's one man on the island of Samoa, man. He's like an immortal.
The Rock is related to Coco Cena.
I know he would love that.
Spread the word.
Shout out to Coco Cena and the
Now.
real
Wait, did you really just shout
myself out? Yeah.
Okay. I was just confirming. I was like, wait, is there another Coco Cena out that we don't? Okay, my
TK's panty drop. I love the fact you just gave yourself a shout out because you deserve it. You deserve
Jacket
it.
and all.
I saved the topic nearest and dearest to Evan Mack for last. Is Apollo Crews finally out of the black man's purgatory?
And acknowledges that Titus Worldwide did exist because for like 3 weeks we didn't know that we didn't know if we were dreaming or not. Was it a dream or was it not a dream?
It's a bittersweet moment. It's as the creator of the Black Man's Purgatory and the CEO of the Black Man's Purgatory. Listen, it was Apollo Crews.
Wait, but do you think he's fully out or did he do the pinky toe? Because he's not fully out.
Yeah, but put it like this.
He won.
He sees the light at the end of the tunnel.
No, well, we'll see.
And he's coming out the tunnel.
He beat Jinder, who just over a year ago was
Champion.
WWE
Yeah,
champion.
but look what Jinder has been doing. Jinder, like he tried to switch it up, and like he's there. Like I understand he is out of it's like it's like you get a beating from you mess up, you get a beating from your parents, and you think everything is cool, and then you want to go back to playing. It's like no, you can't take it slow.
I know what you mean. He's put like this. He's creeping out.
Yeah, he's creeping out, but we don't know if he's fully out because literally, like, let's talk about if he's fully out at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
That's fair.
Because we don't know next week after Survivor Series, what like leading up to WrestleMania, will he be around? The roster is legitimately too big.
You know what I'm...
Because listen, the chat roll can hook me up because if he's out, I need a new CEO of Black Man's Purgatory.
Titus.
Chat roll.
When's the last time you seen Titus?
Like I said, he's doing his thing.
You know what could
outside.
happen? Don't be surprised if you end up seeing Leo Rush also bringing on Apollo Crews on board.
He needs to.
So Apollo Crews, if he had someone just talking for him a little bit, and then we got to see a more aggressive side of Apollo Crews, maybe a name change, please, there'd be... The guy's got so much to
it would
offer,
work.
so much.
It would work especially with Bobby Lashley because Bobby Lashley has that kind of mean streak. So it would be like, they creating like almost like a tag team.
Right.
Why not? But, we'll see.
Good question from Dylan Matthews. Evan,
Oh, somebody said Titus was on stage. Titus probably on stage at the very beginning.
Sure.
That counts? Really?
So, Evan, does the BMP just relate to WWE or other promotions as well? Oh, that's another topic for another day.
No, Moose on Impact is doing really well.
That's what I'm saying, but no, it applies, but it doesn't mean everyone is
Sure, not everyone's in it.
Exactly. Like I said, I told you, everyone's in it. It's not just brothers.
Lashley's not in it.
All ethnicities, all sexes, all races.
Yeah, but the thing with the promotions, the ones that are weekly, Impact, they tend to use their locker is a lot smaller, and they have great storylines, and they tend to use more people. They tend to use their people.
Right, they have to.
They have to because it's a small locker room. Yeah. Then even with Lucha Underground, they're using everybody. Like you might not see everybody in every episode, but they have storylines.
Well, keep in mind that's a television show, not a promotion.
That's true.
Yes and no. I count it as both.
I know what you're saying.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like you see the storylines, but they're using everybody to their ability.
Right.
So I think with WWE, the problem is now is that they're just adding more people. They added more people on the NXT roster. Mercedes Martinez is there now. And it's like, okay, well, where are all these women going? Because the roster in NXT is getting bigger, so some people are going to be called up. And then where are these women going? Because you haven't seen, you know what I'm saying? So the locker room is getting way too big.
I feel like we could make every episode centered around the Boudoir and the BMP.
Yes, because it's interesting.
And it'd be fun to talk about.
Yes, I was right though. He needs to win a title to really escape.
Sure.
Apollo?
And I think
Apollo can't win a title before Bobby Lashley. If Apollo wins a title before Bobby Lashley, there will be a problem.
Well, that's not gonna
happen. I like both of them. They are very good on the eyes. However,
shout out to Uptime. You gotta rep the sponsor.
No,
man.
Apollo just. Apollo just made.
Saying Uptown. Like, why are we shouting Uptown?
You gotta shout
like a
out
music
the
thing?
sponsor.
Apollo just made TK's panty draw. Shout out to Uptown.
And yo, listen, WWE, y'all need to stop this. I love Finn Balor, but he can't run with Bobby Lashley. Y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to stop it.
I think you were just trying to pitch us to have a show together. Yeah. Like, y'all need to realize how funny we are, how good we are. That's what I thought you were going to do. Shout out to me.
The matches last too long. I'm like, y'all need to stop this, man.
But Finn should be going up against. He's another one where it's like he like gently grasped the top of the mountain and then he rolled back down. They let him come up a little bit more and then he's been rolling back down. Like they're not giving him. What storyline does he have?
Seriously, give him the brass ring, brother, or leave him alone, man. What y'all doing with this dude, man? He's too talented.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, that's the show.
You really are about to roll out, ain't you?
I got to
Shout
go.
out to Coco Cena.
I'm filming a special in 6 days. I got to go do a spot right now and get ready for this thing.
Shout out to the Canadian Assassin.
TK,
Yo, Jay Will, what up, man?
TK, put yourself over.
Y'all, you can find me on everything at TK Trinidad. I can't. Well, there's great news happening. I just need to sign the contract, then y'all know. So if you find me on social media, then you'll know you'll be a part of the victory dance.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some crazy stuff going on, but I have to wait till the contract is signed, which is supposed to be happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yo,
You're gonna be seeing me on another network, y'all.
Damn.
A big network, a bigger network.
You said
than
put yourself
TMZ.
over.
TMZ before TMZ. Just saying.
Better be on the Boudoir.
First of all, Evan T. Mac, Instagram and Twitter. Shout out to Uptime. First shout out. Zeno Hour, Ghost, Marie, AJ.
Happy birthday, Dylan!
Haywood, Wong, Joseph, Bosa, Johan, Pena, Jay Will again.
Everybody.
Give him a minute. He needs to get out by 9.
Haywood Wong.
Man, what was that? External Shockwave.
Everybody.
Ryan.
Oh yeah, Sanity is.
Shout out to all y'all.
Yeah, that's good.
Follow me at Jay Quasto this Sunday. I don't know if anyone's in Orange County, but I'm filming my comedy special finally after months and months of preparation. This Sunday it goes down to recording 7 p.m., 9 p.m. The Brea Improv. I will not be here next week. I have to call matches for Championship Wrestling from Arizona. But
Who do you think you are, man?
I'm sorry.
I mean, how you gonna announce that on air?
Because I know we gotta call the matches next week. Just giving you a heads up a week in advance.
Okay.
But anyways, filming my yeah. So by the way, Braun was chasing Corbin. That happened.
And that Natty Ryan squad thing was weird, but we gotta go.
That was
Covering the highlights. And so this Sunday it's a big one. Hopefully it's gonna be awesome. And Tone be Tone.
Oh, yes.
Oh, damn.
Hello. Sorry, I did not expect to get a shout out. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on this wonderful show. You can find me everywhere at Tony. Why are you laughing?
Don't put yourself over.
Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
All right, you can find me everywhere at Tony, @Tony_. Thank you so much once again.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.